Gentlemen, today's topic on how you will achieve more in your life when you learn to slow down. Most ambitious men today are operating at full speed. And this is the mindset that's promoted by financially successful influencers such as Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, and Andrew Tate. And to be honest, most goal-driven men today are actually operating at 2x speed. They wake up with work calendars that are stacked with back-to-back meetings throughout the day. Entrepreneurial roles tend to overlap. You're doing marketing, sales, operations, content, networking, and all of it in the same day. And on top of that, so many men have fitness routines, social events, travel plans, and dating multiple times a week that they want to squeeze into this schedule. On the surface, it may look highly productive, right? In the corporate world, speed is rewarded. The person who responds the fastest, fills the most time slots in their calendar, and looks like they're constantly active usually gets recognized for promotions and pay raises. And in entrepreneurship, velocity, high speed can feel like survival, right? In competitive markets, slowing down can feel like a risk, like a death sentence into falling behind and potentially not following through on your mission. And on top of the heavy corporate and business expectations, the deadlines and the milestones, you have to factor in the weight of the information age, right? Nowadays, you can learn almost anything instantly. Courses, podcasts, books, YouTube channels. You can study Brazilian dance while also learning Japanese martial arts and practicing Peruvian cooking all in the same week. The access to growth is unprecedented. And many men have invested heavily in their growth. Business masterminds, sales trainings, productivity systems, biohacking protocols, high performance seminars, martial arts, personal training, and some even jump into learning the art of seduction. Yet despite all of that investment and focus on growth, a lot of men are feeling internally scattered. They feel like they're not moving in any singular direction. They lose their focus. They lose their deeper connection with what they do and especially why they do it. The intention behind their actions tends to get forgotten, and the goal becomes to hurry up and to have intensity, but that goal becomes aimless. That's the pattern of today's culture of overworking and information overload. The faster that most men move, the more stagnant their progress can become, and the more they lose connection with their identity and their original purpose. That is why men who have a big vision must learn the art, and it is an art, of slowing down. Slowing down isn't meant to make you lazy or ineffective. Slowing down actually can make you exponentially more effective in materializing your goals and your best life. So it's time to stop listening to Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, and Andrew Tate when they are misguiding so many men into an unreasonable and sometimes self-impairing velocity in the disguise of productivity. Most men interpret their advice in a way that keeps them stuck in the grind and constantly stuck in low-level task execution mode, instead of increasing their capability to work strategically and access flow states to get things done. So let's break this down into 3 areas where slowing down can increase effectiveness and greater achievement. The first is slowing down can boost creativity. There's a big difference between being busy and being strategic. You can clear emails all day, jump from call to call, execute on tasks flawlessly, and still not be creating anything or moving the ball forward. When you're constantly caught up in to-do lists, stuck performing on menial tasks, and reacting to angry clients and putting out fires constantly over and over and over again, you're trapped at an operational level. Successful business leaders who intentionally create open spaces in their schedule and value their time begin to see strategy and growth as the best use of their time and energy, as opposed to the treading water amongst day-to-day tasks, milestones, and deadlines. And interestingly, many men mistakenly attempt to increase creativity by doing more and consuming more courses, more frameworks, more tactics. But if the internal state is rushed and overstimulated, these new tactics just turn into unuseful noise. When you slow down, you begin thinking independently again. You question assumptions. You identify what brings leverage instead of chasing volume and speed. Slowing down allows creativity to flow through. Business ideas come from a deeper sense of intuition and they materialize quickly. Team and client conversations hit a little deeper and more effectively when you slow down. And new products and revenue streams are created, not by doing more, but by doing less. When we slow down our lives, we slow down our thoughts. And when we move our thoughts from a state of rapid analysis, the beta brainwave states, to calm relaxation, the alpha brainwave states, deeper wisdom and creativity effortlessly flow through. And in creating your best lifestyle, the same thing happens. When you move fast, weekends default to routines, right? You're in the same environments, hanging out in the same circles, doing the same activities, and just doing the same form of disconnection. When you slow down, you start asking yourself, is this aligned? Are my choices bringing me closer to the life I've envisioned? Am I becoming the man I've always wanted to be? Or am I just filling up space and keeping myself busy? When you slow your life down, you begin to take on activities, adventures, and travels that are more in line with what truly fulfills you on the inside, putting you in a position to be around people you want to learn from, people you want to be with, going to places you want to see, and doing things you want to engage with. You cut out what no longer serves you when you slow down and act from a deeper sense of alignment. Slowing down takes you out of the autopilot and into conscious alignment. You now have the space and the awareness to check in with what is truly best for you, not doing things blindly because that's how you've always done it or because that's what other people do. This is the place where we start to appreciate everything we're doing. And that's when we start to really love our lives. And in dating, the pace of our life influences attraction greatly. When a man is mentally accelerated, he's thinking about logistics, performance, outcomes. He might become overly analytical, which can be a huge turnoff to many women. Many women tend to respond to a more grounded presence and spontaneous playfulness and spontaneous masculine leadership, rather than rapid logic or serious discussion early in the dating process, right? So slowing down can increase your embodiment. It allows you to be more bold, more spontaneous, more relaxed, have stronger eye contact, and even create some subtle push and pull tension to attract her feminine nature. Slowing down creates a presence with women, and presence often creates more attraction than performance does. Presence doesn't come from another tactic or attribute or skill you picked up so you can impress her. Presence comes from internal regulation. It comes from setting the pace of the interaction, just like a point guard on the basketball court. That distinction matters. The second is slowing down can give you a more objective observation of what is truly in front of you. Sometimes it can be difficult to see things clearly when you're moving fast. When your mind is racing, you're checking off tasks, planning ahead, solving problems constantly. You might lose clarity for what's actually happening and what's actually in front of you. In those moments, decisions might come from fear, they might come from doubt, they might come from past conditioning or from urgency, rather than real objective clarity. You might interpret a situation based on your mood, based on your levels of stress, or based on past experiences and your responses to past experiences, instead of seeing what's actually there. Slowing down creates space. When you walk slower, you speak slower, You breathe deeper and you allow pauses instead of anxiously filling them. Something shifts. You begin to see things more objectively. You might notice when a thought is coming from insecurity instead of truth. And you might notice when a reactivity of yours is coming from wounding instead of deep self-alignment. That space between impulse and action is powerful. That space is where real clarity can come through. And there's only one way to create that space: by slowing down. Also, when we slow down is when our eyes can open to what opportunities are actually in front of us and present for us. There are often far more fruitful opportunities around you than you might realize. Opportunities aligned with your vision and your long-term desire for your life, in business, in your social life, and even in dating. But when you're laser focused on specific outcomes, specific plans, saying the right word, taking the right action, sticking to a rigid schedule, you might unintentionally blind yourself to something that's even greater than what you planned, that might be sitting right in front of you. Let me give you an example. You might be fully locked in on a business project and miss a conversation that's happening right in front of you that could have led to something more aligned or even something more lucrative. Not because you lack intelligence, but because your awareness has been narrowed by speed and tunnel vision. The way you live your life works the same way. When your calendar is completely full, there's no room for spontaneity, no room for unexpected conversations, meeting new people you didn't expect, no room for moments that were not planned, no room for unexpected experiences that you could have never dreamed of. When you have spaciousness, when you slow down, something different can happen. You might meet someone unexpectedly. You might receive an idea that you didn't think about. You might experience something you never would have planned for. There's a deeper spiritual layer here as well when it comes to slowing down. When you slow down and become present, you start witnessing your own internal dialogue. You might notice when you're caught in self-doubt. You might notice when limiting beliefs or stories you made up in your mind are driving your behavior. And instead of being controlled by those thoughts, you can observe them and choose to honor those thoughts or obliterate those thoughts. That observation changes your relationship to your thoughts. It now gives you a choice. And when it comes to dating, this is where I would say most men tend to be the least objectively aware. So many men I've talked to in my communities and coaching programs assume that a woman's attraction to them is a rare thing. But sometimes you might notice that the thing that's rare isn't the opportunity or the woman that's attracted to you. It's the man's awareness of that opportunity that's actually sitting in front of them. You might blindly walk past signals of interest from a woman because you're mentally rehearsing what you will say or what you're going to look for or what's not there. Or because your thoughts are telling you that you're not enough and you don't have any value to offer and that no woman is ever going to be interested in you, even though there might be one or two or three who are showing you signals in that given day. When you slow down, when you become present, you might begin noticing more attraction signals from women. Not because your reality has changed, not because you've changed or you're different, but because your perception has been cleared. You might walk through today and realize many women have shown attraction signals to you. So to summarize this point, allowing life to unfold doesn't mean you have to be passive or lazy. It means that slowing down and creating enough internal stillness so you can actually see what is in front of you, what's present for you, what opportunities lie in front of you that you've been blinded to. And when you can see clearly, you can observe what is in front of you and make a choice from that clarity instead of being blinded by a predetermined, desired outcome or frankly, a fantasy. That clarity is difficult to access when you're operating at high speed. And clarity becomes available to you when you slow down, when you allow curiosity, and when you give yourself space, externally in your schedule and internally in your mind and your nervous system. The third and final area we'll discuss around the benefits of slowing down is slowing down helps you maintain masculine frame. Operating at a high speed can impact your ability to hold stillness and masculine frame. When a man is overstimulated and overscheduled, he might make decisions from a place of fatigue instead of a place of deeper alignment. He might say yes more quickly than he initially intended. He might avoid friction to preserve his energy. He might prioritize convenience over truth and conviction. And many times men weaken in their masculine frame, not because they're lacking strength or lacking capability, but because energetic depletion often weakens a man's masculine frame and can change his behavior. And exhaustion, lots of times can soften a man's boundaries. So when a man is calm, relaxed, and internally regulated, his leadership tends to be stronger and more steady. His tone can become clear. His boundaries can be set without any emotional charge. And he can mean what he says. Many men make the fatal attempt to strengthen their frame by increasing their intensity, more grind, more force, more pressure. But force that's combined with intensity, a lot of time can turn into burnout, like I experienced with my health condition. It can learn to volatility, which I've experienced, and will immediately break masculine frame. So slowing down allows a man to process the information in his environment against his deeper values before making a decision or taking action. That deep inner processing is what creates an alignment and what strengthens a man's frame. And a man can only discover the alignment needed to strengthen his masculine frame when he calms his impulses and when he learns the art of slowing down. So to close out, here is the unspoken reality. If you've invested heavily in business growth, but haven't invested in sharpening your mind, regulating your nervous system, coming to a place of peace and wisdom, if you've learned a lot of different sales tactics but haven't mastered internal stillness, if you've optimized your schedule week to week but haven't optimized your internal state, you might keep finding yourself hitting your head on ceilings that new tactics alone won't help you break through. That's why the deep inner mastery work becomes foundational. And Men of Mastery is built around that premise, that the man who controls his internal pace often controls his external results. When a man finally learns to slow down, the benefits show up in very tangible and measurable ways. When you regulate your internal pace, your creativity will sharpen, your perception will clear, and your frame will stabilize. And from that place, you will often achieve more once you learn to slow down than you ever will achieve trying to be a superhuman who moves at the speed of light. Not because you're doing less, but because you're finally building from a place of inner alignment instead of artificial force. Because you're finally taking action with intention and with presence instead of blindly throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. If you learned something from this video and you would like to experience a life-changing transformation, check out the links below to learn more about our Men of Mastery coaching programs and brotherhood groups, and choose one that best suits you.